This video is about a concept called creative tensions. And creative tension is the tension created between your current reality and your vision. And since we have many visions every day, short-term vision, long-term vision, then we also have a lot of creative tension. And just calling somebody is a vision. Just going to the shop, buying grocery stores is a vision. And your current reality is here, and you're like, oh, I have to go buy milk, and this is your vision, and then the phone calls. And then you get an email that you feel you have to answer immediately. So your creative tension is starting to go in another direction than your vision. And I call that negative tension. You can also have positive positive tensions when you actually start pursuing the goal of go buy that milk, or organize that closet, or call whoever you have to call. And the more positive tension we create, the better we feel. Isn't it lovely? So that's also why you have to do more of what works and less of what do not work. And if you have a vision and you don't pursue that vision, it doesn't work. Because then inside your body, you create all this negative tension and you don't feel good. So look at all your visions, look at everything you have to do, and then start actually prioritizing. Look at what is actually really important, what is something other people think I should do, what is what I think I have to do, and what is it that I actually want to do. That can sometimes mean that that the dishwashing things stays a little longer on the table because I'm creative, I'm painting. So I mean, the dishes are not going anywhere, right? But the painting is postponed so much that you can create these negative tensions. You know that, and I mean, you don't leave the dishes for days, because that also create negative tensions, because you need this flow of cleaning and organizing in order to make space to create new things. But still, if you get this, I mean, if you have a child and it's reading at 9 o'clock in the evening, but it's actually supposed to go to bed, let your child read, because it's in a flow. Don't let it do with the screen. But with a book, and it's reading, and you're like, oh my God, it's reading, my kid. Let it read, because it's in a big flow, and the vision about being able to read is here, and the steps that the child is taking are actually the right ones. So also look at yourself. What are you doing? Are you dumb scrolling? Are you chatting on the phone all the time? If you have good friends, then you can man double and you can get things done while you are on the phone. And then you create positive tensions while you also talk with your friend. I mean, that's almost a Kinder egg. So when you know about these kind of tension, you also stop visualizing too much. You also not stop having plans, but you think about how does this actually fits into accomplishing what my vision is. Of course, you have to be a good friend, and you have to. I mean, you also need a social life, so it's not all about being productive and pursuing something. You could also just pursue to have a foot bath and go take it. How do you say that in English? Go into the bathtub, or take a nice walk. So in that way, you create positive tension, and the tensions are good. You feel good. But with the negative tension, if you do not do what you actually tell yourself that you want to do, then you start get really, really angry. And maybe you start getting angry with other people because you are not seeing your lack of steps towards your own vision, or you get maybe angry and irritated with yourself. And that is why you have to know your communication, and you have to know your capacity, and you have to know your circumstances, because then you can actually see, okay, what kind of tension am I creating right now in this dynamic? Always look at the communication first, then look at your own, like, not what's in it for me, but what kind of input of energy is that in my body, and how does that affect my capacity, and how would that affect me and my circumstances. For example, I know that if I stay too long in a play park, like these, Tivoli in Denmark, where you have the roller coasters, if I stay there like more than 6 hours, I know that my capacity for the rest of the day is, I'm a single mom, so nobody's cleaning the home while we are out, and I can feel that that's too much for me. So after 6 hours, I can feel, okay, now it's time to go home. Unless, of course, we are having a vacation or a vacation days in a row, so it doesn't matter what time you go to sleep. But it's all about what are my visions, what is also my current reality. Because if I have this kind of vision and my current reality is not at all organized, so I can actually, if you want to sing and you don't know how to sing, and you don't and your voice is not ready for singing for an audience, then you have to practice first. So, for example, I have once helped a person go from. She 3 years ago she contacted me, and she went through my wake-up call and the questionnaire that I have, and then we had a conversation, and then she asked, I realized what was going on for real, and then I could send her a new questionnaire which she answered. This is 3.5 years ago, and she wanted to change career. She wanted to do Reiki healing and clairvoyance. Yeah, I think you know what I mean. And that's her vision, her current reality, that she did not know anything about the subject. But she also had to work. So it took her 3.5 years to accomplish that vision. So sometimes you have short vision and sometimes you have long-term vision. And you need to distinguish between those, because then you don't get angry with yourself when you cannot accomplish the big vision in 1 week. Because you realize, it's going to take me 3 years. I also helped another lady who went from being a CFO or CEO or CC something in a big shipping company. She went from doing this kind of corporate work, and now she is an intuitive leader, and she's writing some really lovely books about intuition, and it took her about 1 year. But she also had money to just go from one thing to another. So she could use 1 year on educating herself and not doing anything else, but just concentrating and focusing on this, getting in free clients so she could have a lot of testimonials. I also went to one of her sessions where I saw how she worked, and she made a guy's back straight without even touching him. And I saw it. I saw how, and she didn't even say anything. So you can change really fast if your circumstances and your capacity is the foundation that you can jump from. But you can also do a life change slowlier. But you need to be aware of your vision and your current reality and everything you do in between. So if you have any questions, you are welcome to ask in the comments. And I think this is what I want to tell about this right now. Maybe I come up with some more, but creative tensions, positive or negative, current situation, visions, and love yourself more. See you next time.